over to just embarrass you in front of everybody, Dave.
No.
Oh, you turned you got two people without the
Yeah.
cameras now? Oh.
Huh?
Are you going to turn your camera on, Dave?
No.
What?
No,
How about...
I'm not. See,
There we
Yay.
go. There he is.
it's on my phone.
Are we live?
Yeah. I wanted to go live so people could see that Dave was updating his OS at the start of...
nice.
Would you like me? I'll reverse the camera then, just to show you.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So good.
You happy now?
I'm much
Welcome,
happier.
adventurers.
I'm much happier now that I see John. That's for sure.
Oh, dude, good
Oh.
man.
Mate, that is amazing.
Oh, so good.
If that doesn't get us one more follower, I don't know what will.
Yeah, so good. Good on you too for waiting for we go live to then spread it out. Good
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see you guys' reactions. So.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very... Oh, don't... Hey, Dave, don't give us that view angle. That's very
What
awkward.
angle do you want? Like here?
I don't want to feel like I'm sitting on your lap. Like, I don't know. It just seems a
Well,
bit weird.
No, it's right there. Is like
Don't give us the undercroft. Whatever you do.
I'm just gonna hold my phone there because I can't actually see games anything anyway. So.
That's kind of your punishment, really, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I'll probably never learn, but you know.
Okay, shall I recap?
Please.
Are there any updates to dispense before I do?
Take as long as you want.
Well, it's gonna take you about an hour, so I imagine you'll probably be back on your laptop after the break.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck, why didn't anyone tell me this shit?
I think Apple did
No.
when they
Got
announced you. Okay, so last time our adventuring party had just left Maelstrom. They arrived at Yata, and after kind of getting a few of the sailors and guards of the Golden Goose, sorry, not the Golden Goose, the Grand Dame ship drunk, they believed it might be an appropriate time to try to sneak aboard, and they were partially right, I guess. So Finn and Alice managed to sneak aboard when they met up with an old friend in the form of Bernard the Gurnard, whom they've adventured with before, some months ago, probably in real time. It's probably as long in real time as it has been in game time. So it's been about a year since last they've seen each other. And he's disappeared now.
He's disappeared. That's all right.
And yeah, so they haven't really had very much time to get reacquainted or anything, because a battle ensued. So they attempted to bluff their way past one of the guards, one of the bandits guarding the place, and Shannon's just messaged me. Total crash.
Oh, no.
Total crash. Continue without me.
See, it's not just me.
He probably... I don't think he accepted a software update. I won't message him that. So they kind of attempted to bluff their way past with some fantastic schmeat pies. That's synthetic meat, made largely of peas. They're fully vegan friendly as well, so there was no cheese in there. They didn't even like chuck in the lazy feta you get sometimes. So they're really, really well crafted pies, which apparently is a skill that Bernard has picked up in the intervening time. He's been working not only on his wizarding skills but on his cookery. After they were unsuccessful, a bunch of the guards kind of came downstairs, and the captain of the ship kind of asked them to surrender. They failed to do so, and a battle ensued where our heroes emerged victorious after Finn quaffed a potion of giant size and a few spells were cast. And where we ended the session was because of Finn's enormous size now. He kind of ripped the front half or the forward of the boat, the top floor of that, the upper deck, and lo and behold, who would come crashing through the floor but the owner of the Grand Dame himself and his pet octopus? Did I miss anything?
The only thing that I can think of that you missed is that it's getting dicey.
Oh dear.
Perfect.
So we open up our session again with Casper Dryland kind of on his ass on the main deck, where you've obviously just made him fall from his bedroom or his chambers.
Okay.
You do.
How's that octopus looking? What's the octopus up to?
The octopus is actually like scuttled over and kind of come up his shoulder and is just kind of sitting on his shoulder.
Okay.
At this point, he has a leather cap that he wears that's kind of like shaped like a squid's head.
Awesome.
I don't know if you can see that on the thing, but he's very, very enamored by tentacled beings.
Okay. Okay.
Who owns the boat?
Are you asking him that?
No, the person wearing the the squid hat, is that the guy who owns the boat?
Correct.
Right, and he's got an actual octopus next to him.
Correct.
Or squid.
Yeah.
He's got an octopus next to him, and his helmet or his cap is in the shape of a squid.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. So I think Finn had the coin out and he had asked, and I put it in front of this guy's face, and he was like, "Do you know what this is?" So let's just get back to that.
Yeah, and he said, "Yeah, that's a golden goose. It's a token for gambling on the ship here. If you wanted to gamble, you didn't have to rip half of my bloody ship down. What are you doing?"
Finn just kind of places a hand, slams a hand down next to him, and he's like, "Who would have one of these? Like, yeah, who would own these?"
Literally everybody who has gambled aboard my ship. And he kind of looks...
It's like a gambling chip.
Mm.
And he looks to the forward of the ship, and he can kind of see the destruction you've wrought through there. And in amongst the rubble, he sees just like blood, like knee-height entrails, organs, just destroyed. His crew destroyed, and he kind of backs up a little bit.
Mm.
And he says, "What have you done? You've killed so many people."
We're just trying to find someone who killed someone. That's.
Well, you've just killed someone. Those men had families.
Do you have a manifesto of people that would have gambled on this boat?
He like takes a second to absorb your question, because it's a very like good question for an investigator to ask, but he's a little bit like, the circumstances are so extreme, so he's just taking a little bit to process it, and he's like,
Finn just like
start a
Finn
manifesto.
just punches a hole in the wall next to the guy.
Okay, roll to hit.
Finn, stop breaking things.
What am I just going to just do? Strength?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Yep. So you smash a hole straight into the kitchen, so you can just see the oven, which is like a potbelly stove, kind of plumbed is the wrong word, but kind of set into with a big chimney that goes all the way up. And he says, well, the captain might have. We had discussed having a sort of prototype manifesto we didn't want to invest too much time and effort into it, but he may have something.
Captain's dead.
Yeah, captain is long gone.
Well,
he's just he's gonna point over there, and that's like the majority of your captain is lining those walls.
Well, I mean, did you burn his body? Because he probably still has whatever possessions he had on him, unless they've been damaged beyond repair.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
Finn.
Finn's just gonna look at Alst. It's like, Alst, can you go search? Can you go
I'm
search?
not searching through a pile of squashed blood.
I'm a little too big to be going in there right now.
Okay.
You don't have the dexterity.
Yeah.
Alce is going to. Alce will head up towards the pile of blood and give Finn a bit of a look as he walks past, shaking his head. Like, what the fuck? So if you wouldn't mind moving myself up there, John, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, sure. So you kind of sifting, like, for you, like, basically shin deep in blood and guts.
Thanks, Finn.
And this putrid smell. And you're just kind of sifting through, and you're looking basically where the captain was. Go ahead and roll investigation. You can't roll investigation.
Oh, sorry. Can you?
Investigation. You rolled a 7. So after looking through the positions for a while, you don't actually find anything of note. It seems like anything that's under here is like too bloody for you to really make out at this point.
So
like it's soaked in tomato sauce.
It's like it's soaked in tomato sauce, exactly.
So I'm just gonna call out to Alst. Have you found anything? Is Dave around?
Alst?
Dave, can you hear us?
He's probably doing his shopping.
Yeah, he's probably doing his shopping. Dave.
Okay. He didn't find anything.
Okay, so yeah. Okay. Does this guy here that Alst is called
I want to say, like, whoa, like, don't kill this guy. Don't, like, punch his head off or anything. Because I see you just punched a hole in the wall, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I've been staking this place out, and I want to find out some answers.
Okay.
Looking for some answers. So, I mean, I'm miniature compared to you, right, at the moment?
Right now, yeah. But I appreciate small people.
Thank you. But I want to just sort of shuffle over near this guy. But so he's got like a hat that's shaped like a squid?
Correct.
Is it like a woolly hat, or like it's made of actual animal squid?
Uh-oh.
Okay, Dave said he's going to be 10. It's not made of actual animal. It's not made of actual squid. It's made of some other animal. It's still leather, but it looks to you with your keen eye like it's made not from sea life.
So it's just like a costume.
Yeah, somewhat. It's been kind of dyed to look a bit more like a squid as well. So it's like got this kind of bluish grey tinge to it.
Okay, well, I've been following these clues, and I want to ask him if he is willing to talk to me about some questions I have to ask him under these circumstances.
So he sees the enormous halfling, which is a bit of an oxymoron, above him.
A double
and he just kind of says, yeah, if you can get this guy to stop wrecking my ship, I'll do anything you...
Sure, yeah.
I'll answer any questions you want me to.
All right. Okay, that sounds fair. So I've got a couple of questions about Kraken Society, and I think you might know about that.
Okay. Roll.
What can you tell me about the Kraken
Roll
Society?
insight for me.
What is that? Said insight. That's one.
15. Nice.
Okay. So as you say the words Kraken Society, you hear like an audible gasp of like a deep breath in, which he does his best to kind of cover up, but with your roll you kind of catch exactly what he's like.
Yeah. He knows what I'm talking about.
He says Kraken Society.
He probably shouldn't have worn the hat.
Not if it's a secret society, yeah.
Look, I would probably believe you somewhat if you weren't wearing a giant Kraken hat.
He's like, this is I'm just a fan of octopus and octopi
and Finn just reaches forward and grabs like the octopus that's on its shoulder, just like grabs it by the head and just starts squeezing just a little bit.
Don't hurt Herman.
Herman? Oh, I don't have to hurt Herman.
And Herman's kind of like there, like as you try to control your like incredible giant strength, but you know it's very unusual to you. You don't really have the same level of control as you would have picking up something.
Right. Okay.
So
I'll just say my friend here does not have control over himself. Okay, he's a very strong man. If you want to fuck around, you're gonna get a squashed squid. So let's get some answers.
He says he's an octopus, all right. Igneous, what are you doing during this?
Igneous is standing on the pier, and he's like, "That didn't happen. That didn't happen." And he's just chilling out, continuing his lookout to see if any reinforcements come from the pub.
Okay. Nothing at this point. So we'll go back over to the rest of the crew.
Yeah, I mean.
So you squeezed him, literally squeezed his octopus for more information.
Yeah.
That's not a euphemism, right? It's not a normal euphemism. I literally squeezed.
Not yet, anyway. We'll see where this goes.
It's like 7:58. So yeah, so upon seeing this, he's like, "No, please don't hurt Herman. All right, I'll tell you what I know." And then the DM looks up what he knows because I didn't think you would resort to violence so quickly.
Is there violence?
Everyone's been pretty good, like.
This place is covered in blood and guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you did try to fool them with pies for like 2 hours. Sorry, just a second. Yeah, thanks for the assist. Oh, shut up, Siri.
Siri's helping
Ask it, Siri.
Hey Siri, what does the guy know? Because I can't find it in the book.
Okay, here's apple books.
Apple books.
That's obviously what you wanted.
Yeah. I thought you would have been.
Okay.
I thought you would have like absolutely thought we would be trying our best to get some information out of this guy.
Oh yeah, I kind of did expect that. Okay, so he says, I know I'm no match for all of you, and I kind of assume my life is forfeit if I say anything, if I don't tell you what's going on here. So I'll let you know. I'm a member of the Kraken Society.
What gave it away?
And I can tell you where King Hecaton is being kept.
Wait. We didn't even... Okay. I don't think we even said anything about that, but that's great. That's great that he's...
Well, he sees you're a giant.
Yeah, right.
And he assumes there's some sort of connection.
Finn's just like, huh? Wow, that was easy. That was much easier than I thought it was going to be. And he just kind of... Nah, he's going to leave it alone. He's going to take his hand off the octopus. Someone else's octopus, Dave, not my own.
Okay. So
the squid-headed guy has just said that he can reveal where King Hecaton is being kept.
okay, that's cool. and
so
I'm
he
sifting
says,
through bodies for what reason now?
Yeah, no, you've just been in there, just scouting around for a while, finding nothing.
Awesome.
So he says, he's being kept aboard the Moorcroft.
The Moorcroft.
The Moorcroft.
Moorcroft. So Morkoth.
Let's write that down in my notebook.
Cool.
Which is a
What is that?
which is a ship that can go underwater.
Oh.
Submersible.
Yeah, that's what the nerds call it.
I am an earth.
Okay. He's just Finn's just gonna look down at Bernard. Is that what you needed to know? I feel like that was what I needed to know.
It's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the Kraken Society runs a boat called the Morkoth, and it's a boat that can go underwater. Where can we find it?
That will be much harder. Even I don't know where it is at all times. It tends to sail around the northern islands of the Trackless Sea.
And he just holds onto the octopus's head one more time.
And it's like, please, I'm telling the truth. I don't.
And he just grabs one of the tentacles.
It's a submersible. It's very hard to know where it is.
Yeah, but you know who we can talk to find out.
How would you get in contact with them?
I can't really get in contact with him. He gets in contact with me.
And
what's his name?
As you I'll find his name. One moment. Okay, so he says the Kraken Society is led by Slark Rethel.
You're making
and
it up.
as he lets out the second stanza of that name, you see just like his eyes go completely white and begin to roll back in his head, and you just see this intense pain kind of crawl across his face, and he's like, "Ah!"
Does anyone have dispel magic of some kind?
Yeah. Okay.
And he, like, just this intense blood curdling scream he's letting out. He's just letting rip. And the octopus is like deathly afraid, and all at once, it goes from
I
incredible.
want to cast like a healing spell or something.
Okay.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. I don't think wizards seem to have any healing spells.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
was just like,
It's safe for the clerics and the rangers and the paladins.
I have healing spells, but I'm not sure what a healing spell's going to do for him right now. He seems just to be in pain.
I think his head's going to explode.
Yeah, I think we need to do something.
Is something like Cure Wounds going to work?
Do you have Dispel Magic?
No. I'm not that clever.
Okay,
Cure Wounds.
so within the space of sort of 3 to 5 seconds of him screaming, it's just like the worst you've ever heard somebody scream, as though there's some sort of unworldly pain being inflicted upon him. All at once, it's just silence, and he just collapses. And you just see his body convulse a few times.
Oh, damn. What's the octopus up to?
The octopus is like trying to work out what's. Are you still holding it?
No. As soon as he started screaming, I kind of just was like, "Huh," and let the octopus go.
Okay. The octopus is like clambering over him, trying to work out what's going on with him.
Okay.
Okay. At that scream, Igneous is going to charge back towards the ship to see if you guys need help killing some people. So he's just going to run up.
As you run towards the ship, can you give me a perception check, please?
Let's do it. Bam!
Oh, damn. All right.
So you hear the familiar clink, 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 clink of rows of soldiers
Oh, crap.
Oh, no.
marching in time.
This is not good.
With your roll, you can't really estimate how many, but it sounds like a large number.
All right. So true to his word, Igneous is going to fulfill his promise of using his shouty voice when someone was coming. Soldiers are coming! Just going to yell it out at the top of his voice as he's running back towards the boat.
I want to pop my head out the. Do I hear that?
Roll. What's your perception?
Try and scream if soldiers are coming. Good question. So much. Open.
I think mine's at 17, so I would have heard it.
Mine's 11.
Yeah. So Alice, you heard that.
Yeah, mine's 16.
Can I?
You heard it as well.
Based on his soldiers are coming, can I hear anything other than just him hooning down in his full plate armor, yelling soldiers are coming?
I think from inside the ship, even though you press your ear, like you kind of lean out with your ear, you find it difficult to hear much at this point.
Alright, that's cool. Okay, so Igneous is yelling soldiers are coming. This merchant man is convulsing on the floor. John, I've got a Cure Wounds and I've got one other healing spell. I can't remember what it is.
Do you want me to check?
Yeah, can you please? I think it's damn it, I can't recall what it is.
I think
it's more like a disease or something like that.
I think we need to take his hat.
Lesser restoration.
Oh,
Good idea. Take the hat.
Yeah.
Is anything like that going to help this guy at the moment? I'm
His
guessing
hat?
he's pretty much faffed.
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. He is none of those things. He is dead.
He's dead.
Dead as in saving roll dead or dead? Dead.
He did.
You can check.
Okay, yeah, so Finn's just kind of gonna like lean down and sort of like press his ear as get as close as possible to see if he can sense any breathing.
You can crush him.
Or no, near him, not like on him, not just gonna go onto him. And just to see if we can hear any breathing or a heartbeat or anything.
For you, this is like you, like Reagan, like regular sized Reagan, like placing your ear to like a mouse or like a mouse sized thing.
Yeah.
So not quite like tiny like insect type
Gotcha.
stuff, but like so you, as tenderly as you can place your ear against.
And he's just like down right near his head.
Oh, that'd be terrifying if you was
Roll investigation. Oh, roll medicine actually.
Medicine. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all right with medicine. Let's see how this goes. They're 24.
Wow.
You cannot hear any breathing or any heartbeat.
Medicine failed me. Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna look up and sort of like turn to Oust and look at Bernard. He's like, he's gone. I don't know what that was, but he's dead. He's out.
It seemed to be brought on by him saying the name like Rathal.
Yeah.
Is that a
name we want?
no effect on my brain?
So you say the word and then like look around, and you're still there, and you don't start screaming or anything.
Okay. Well, that's what he said. It seemed to be a trigger. Rathal. I'm going to grab his octopus hat like you suggested.
Okay.
And pocket that.
Cool. Write down one squid hat.
And Finn, as gently as possible, is going to pick up the owner of the ship and kind of just lift him and place him in the kitchen area, and then try and kind of like stand up against the hole in the wall and just be like, all right, if soldiers are coming, I don't want them to realize there's just like murdered people behind me.
Well, maybe you do.
So you're going into the room where you fought everybody?
No. So I'm basically, I'm assuming there's a giant hole here where Finn crawled through. So he's just kind of like, he's got his back to the hole.
What are you going to do?
I see you trying to look nonchalant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we got to get out of here. That is not going to hold up for long.
Yeah, I'm with I'm with him. Let's get out of here. Sorry.
Why don't you just jump on the back and treat this boat like a paddleboard?
Yeah.
Push it out.
Push it off and let's get out of here. You can swim for an hour.
To where? Like the other side of the river or out to ocean?
Where these soldiers can't get us.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So Finn stomps his way down the casino section, and straight through this door, and calls out to Igneous to get on the boat. Igneous, trust me on this. Get on the boat.
Igneous is just going to call back. Is this really important?
Do you want to die?
At that, Igneous is going to think for a moment. He's going to reach into his bag of holding and get a scoop of dirt out and just knock it back. And with that, he's going to just focus his mental willpower and very slowly board the boat.
Nice.
And just vomit all over himself. just heave like a crazy man.
Okay.
Particular vomit on himself.
Does Finn see the arrival of these?
Yeah. So as you exit the back door, the aft, if you will, you bowl through that, and you can now very clearly hear the clanking of these soldiers, and the one in front addresses you and says, "Halt, foul knave!"
Don't halt.
Okay. All right. So Finn ignores the call, and he basically just jumps straight into the water behind the boat, with the idea of holding on with his big new giant hands and basically kicking it out away from the dock.
Okay, it's been how long does the potion last?
It's an hour.
Okay, it's been probably about 15 minutes.
Okay, cool.
just so you know. And this, so what you see is basically a garrison of soldiers there. One that stands at the front of them, who's the one that addressed you,
Mm-hmm.
dressed in much finer clothing. For one thing, he's wearing sort of this golden, reddy plate mail and has a kind of a cape tossed around his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are in kind of simple, like leather jerkins. But he does say, "Crossbows!"
Oh God.
as he raises his
Okay.
hand.
I want to cast a spell if that's all right.
Mhm.
Okay. I want to cast
No
animate
crossbows.
Okay.
Yeah, no crossbows. The spell, no crossbows.
Oh, you want to cast a no crossbows spell?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just that
There are
one.
no crossbows in D&D forever.
Yeah, remove them.
And you see, Finn, you see all of them just kind of like lay these heavy crossbows across
Oh,
their
jeez.
forearms and take aim at you as you vault the side of the ship.
Guys, I don't like this.
How many of them of there?
At the moment, you don't know because you're inside the ship.
I
as
thought
far as-
I'll run out.
Oh, okay. You can. Yeah,
So
you
control my
can-
guy.
Oh, sorry.
Your
Okay,
hit
so you
points
run
don't
out
go
and
up
you're
as with-
you want
with
to stand
your
about there
bonus
on the pier.
Yeah. Oh, on the boat.
Oh, you want to say okay, cool. So looking over, like you have to peek over the top of the
Rub it in.
boat there because you're only a wee guy, and you register roughly 30-ish,
Okay.
Oh God.
maybe
I
more.
want to cast animate object,
Okay.
or objects it's called. And it's a big level spell, level 5. It's my biggest
Okay.
one.
Oh, damn.
And what does it do?
I can target a huge object times 8 and 2 small ones or something. But I'm just gonna basically target a big one, which is the wharf, and I want to animate the wharf itself
Oh, yes.
to curl up
Oh.
in front, and I can give it orders to like it becomes a monster, and it can smash the rest of the
Monster Wharf.
of the wharf and everyone on the wharf.
Damn,
Once
all
I
right.
start casting this, Alice is just gonna grab Ignis and cover his eyes.
So I can give you the hit point. It becomes a huge monster, and I can give you the hit points and the AC
Oh shit.
and stuff like that.
I love it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading the spell. Huge targets count as 8 objects.
Oh, man.
Choose up to 10 non-magical objects, and a huge counts as 8 objects. Okay. You can't animate any object larger than huge.
Like I'd probably get like the huge one and then a couple of crossbows.
Oh, it's got a huge wharf with crossbows.
It's the
I
wharf
think-
that I'm worried about.
I think the way I'm gonna roll this one, because I love the idea, so I want it to happen. But I think the way that I'm gonna roll this one is, so you're gonna get 2 medium objects, which is the railings of the, because Bernard would know like what things would make sense to animate, which is the
Just
railings
railings,
of
yeah.
the pier, heading like up the pier. And you're going to be able to animate, I'd say 4 of the kind of posts, which are going to be like the next size down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that will be kind of it, because you've got 2 that are kind of slightly bigger than medium, and then 4 that are like slightly bigger than whatever their other sizes.
So would it be? Oh, okay.
So you've got
And I could give them a command.
yes. So so as you kind of say the command words, everybody just hears this kind of wood creaking and cracking as the pier itself comes to life. Which of the posts do you want to animate? Do you want to animate the ones that are further up, like up here,
I
or the
just
ones that are
basically no,
closer to
no. I want to. If they're here, I want to create a barrier. So like, can you see that? Like these two. Is there four? Is it?
So yeah, one, yeah, four. So you could animate those two and those two,
And these
or
two, I reckon.
those two if you want.
I just want to like
But you
stop
also
them from
have
getting up
you
to
also have
this boat part.
yeah, you also have the railing that runs the full length of the pier.
Oh, okay, so can that whip them?
Well, it's still wood, so it's not going to be
Yeah.
like flexible, or it'd be
So
as flexible
it
as
becomes
wood.
like a creature or something like a, like a wooden tree, like. But your call. You know how like an ant becomes like a movable tree, or like a. This would be like a chair that can move around like a creature.
Oh yeah, this is quite a powerful spell.
Yep.
It's my most powerful spell.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's great. Yep, it can.
That's why I want to just roll up the
there are
whole
some
thing.
limits because it is still wood, so it may crack if it kind of bends too much. But
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, I
what
just
would you
wanted to. Well, basically, I want to. You'll know the best way to do it, but I want to create. I don't know, like Evil Dead. You know how the bridge becomes like it gets all curled up, or or the on this the railings could like create a barrier, or just some way that they can't get onto the boat, and it's just is attacking them as they come close.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. So you hear this like enormous groaning and cracking and splitting of the wharf, and it's just like as the four kind of posts and the railings that you've animated kind of reach up and out, and they crack away from the rest of the thing. They still have their like the runnings, like the thing that people actually walk on, but they're just kind of lifting that, and it
like a ramp.
Yeah, it begins to kind of, it looks like a ramp at first, but then it begins to fold up and up and up to the point where it's like almost like vertical. And these knights and guards, they just kind of look at it and they're like, "Holy shit!" And you want it to attack them? Is it?
Well, it does a slam attack with anything that comes within 5 feet. It can make a slam attack with an attack bonus, and bludgeoning damage determined by its size. The GM might rule that a specific object can inflict slashing or piercing damage, but
this is definitely bludgeoning.
And so I don't know what size these are, but like you can get one huge or however many large, and it's got you see the table? It's like +6 to hit, 2d10, so each thing's just going bang, 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 bang.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So I think given the shape of this thing, it's going to attack as kind of one creature or one cohesive thing, rather than like multiple. Even though you've got multiple.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, like a big attacking wolf.
Yeah, so it lifts up. So basically, the full length of it from here up to here, so like 105 feet of wharf lifts in the air vertical.
That's very big.
Nice.
Okay.
And these two at the front here are like, holy shit! As the thing that they're standing on begins to lift up, and basically it's parallel now. It's basically 90 degrees to where they were standing. And
it's like that Japanese tidal wave.
Yeah.
Exactly, but wood. And you just hear that same creaking and groaning as the thing, like like a falling tree kind of cracking. And they're all going to make dex saves to see if they can
On the
try-
deck.
They're going to make dex saves on the deck.
Get on my deck.
Is dex save, like, this is a question for the American viewers, is dex save in Kiwi sound rude? I don't know. And genuinely would like to know that. Sorry. Okay, so there were 40 of them, and of the 40, 17 saved. So they basically, what happens is, including the knight who was kind of at the front. So as you kind of as the wharf lifts, it rips the ropes and kind of tilts the ship.
The mooring lines. Or whatever they
Yeah,
are.
tilts the ship somewhat.
Oh, yeah.
But based on like how much force it has lifting it, it does actually manage to rip free from the deck of the ship, because the ship is kind of the ship is incredibly heavy. So those lines will definitely stop it from floating out, but they won't necessarily stop you turning the wharf into a monster, apparently.
So did the ropes break? Did you say?
Yeah, the mooring kind of ties, they actually crack off and go flying, and so there's a couple of mooring ties on the main deck of the ship as they kind of go crashing in.
Cool.
Cool. So we're no longer attached to the wharf.
No.
Because I hadn't even thought about that. Attached.
But yeah, so 17 of these guards and this knight kind of dive off the sides. Like if they're on the left-hand side of the wharf, they dive off the left-hand side. If they're on the right-hand side of the wharf, they dive off the right-hand side. The rest just standing there like stunned mullets, which is appropriate. Just as this enormous wharf creature, which you can name if you like. Do you have a name for the wharf creature?
Yeah, Worf from Star Trek.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
New generation.
Just pancake. They don't even need damage rolls. It's just this
wow.
enormous.
Wow.
Splattered.
Just splat. So
a little bit over half of them splattered.
Yeah. The rest of them are in the water now.
Awesome. Swim, Finn, swim.
Xcat mentions, he said, so I see the overkill is continuing the session. Yep. It definitely is. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Finn is just like kicking like crazy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll athletics.
Okay. Oh, 12.
Oh.
Okay. Like a slow paddle boat. You begin to like after such an epic like combat and conversation,
explosion,
and wharf exploding. You just this the juxtaposition of this boat just kind of like slowly rolling out, like the old river boats of yore.
Yeah.
Mm.
Guys, I'm not good at this.
Swim
You're doing
harder.
good. Doing really good.
Why don't you just put your feet to the ground and push?
And you can actually feel like the oars providing resistance against you as you are like kicking this thing out. And you're just like slowly leaving the wharf.
Like the Love Boat.
Oh,
It's like the Love Boat.
No.
it's embarrassing, Finn. That's completely embarrassing.
Well, I think it's impressive that you're even moving the boat. You know?
Thank you. A
I'm
halfling
sure.
moving a boat. You should.
I'm looking amazed. Over here, there's exploding, splintering wood, and now we're moving. We're
Bernard's
doing
like,
it.
Little people.
Igneous is just face
Big
down on
little
deck, like a starfish, just not looking at anything, just going, wah, wah.
okay, give me
What
a
is the deal
constitution
with
save.
that?
Nice.
Do we need to get you downstairs somewhere, Igneous, away from the water?
Oh, that's all right. 26.
Okay, the next time you throw up, as you're kind of like face down in this puddle of sick, you throw up, but you don't throw up out onto the boat. You throw up in your mouth,
Oh.
and you've just got kind of like gravel and like things that you've eaten, dirt mostly.
Yeah.
And you just take a deep breath and swallow it back down, and you don't feel great for doing it, but you appear to have recovered somewhat.
Nice.
I was about to walk away, but like I might get a bit closer and ask if you're okay.
All right. After swallowing back that chunk of dirt, Igneous is feeling a little bit better, and he's gonna go up to his knees and turn to Bernard and be like, "Who the hell are you?"
That's what I was going to say the same thing, but you don't look so well.
Alright. Elsa's
Yeah.
just said from here.
Yeah, I'm
Elsa's
just traveling.
Yeah. Igneous, this is our long lost friend, Bernard. We haven't seen him for a while. Bernard, Igneous, Bernard. There you go, introduction's done.
Igneous is just gonna pop up the respectful Ganassi wave. Not explain what it is, but just pop it up.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
get used to this, Bernard. He does it a lot.
Nice.
Okay. Is there any, like, can I help you out somehow?
Do you know when we're going to be landing?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear. What?
Are we going to be landing soon? I am not fond of the water.
Yeah, I am also not fond of the water. That is my, just to let you know, like non-character knowledge stuff. That's one of my flaws.
Nice.
So, that's why I'm a bit empathetic towards your not liking the water.
Igneous gains a huge amount of respect for Bernard.
Yeah, well, it's also because like you're doing it a bit worse than me. Yeah, it's making me feel a bit more comfortable.
Come on, you two, tough it up here. We're going to go find this boat that goes under the water, and then we can get back onto land. So we've got a little bit longer to go. So you're just going to have to tough it out.
And Finn's kicking like crazy out
Under
the
the
back.
water.
He's like, speaking of which, where are we going?
You hear this like caricature of Finn's voice, which is just like amplified much louder than usual, but it still sounds like him, but like a few degrees deeper, a few keys deeper, and you can just hear this very fast kind of kicking.
Just keep kicking. We'll let you know in 20 minutes.
And you know based on like how fast things are passing you, that in 20 minutes you'll probably be maybe 300 meters away from the pier. You're not moving very quickly.
Can you kick harder? Come on.
I don't know if we've really thought this through.
You're a freaking giant.
Igneous is just going to grab his bag.
Neither soldiers will be okay.
Igneous
Does
is
this have sails on it or anything?
It's a rowboat.
Yeah, it's a rowboat.
It has a whole lot of oars.
But often they have sails as well.
There are no sails on this. There's an upper deck, which kind of is shaped in such a way that it prevents, or I guess you could chuck a sail on top of it, but it would be weird. So they use human labor
Which we
for
killed.
their speed.
And they're not on the boat at the moment.
No,
Human labor.
well, not that you know of. You did kill a bunch of humans.
That we did.
It might be better if we could sort of angle our way towards a smaller boat, something.
Yeah, I think we need to
You see any?
rethink. This is Finn's shouting it out from behind. I think we need to rethink this.
How about you just stand up, Finn, and push us somewhere rather than trying to swim?
Yeah, so Finn's just gonna see, kind of like test how deep it is where he is right now. How deep?
I'd say roll 2d20s. So roll a 1d40 or 2d20.
Okay, 2d20s. Here we go. 38.
It is 38 feet deep.
Okay.
So you kind of dive down, trying to reach the bottom. And at the moment, you're about 18 feet tall.
Okay.
And so you dive down quite a way, doing that thing that you do sometimes when you're in like pools and things, trying to touch the bottom.
Yeah.
And you don't touch the bottom, and you kind of kick your way back up to the top, exhausted and out of breath. It's quite deep.
It's very deep. It's very deep. I can't touch the bottom here.
Okay, John, what are the 17 remaining guards? And the knight was involved in that as well. What are they doing? Are they sort of clambering back up onto the deck or onto the dock? Sorry.
So they're heading back away from the dock that tried to slam them.
Okay. So they are no longer.
They're trying to get
interested in us?
back to the kind of the docks.
Okay.
Back to the pub.
land. Yeah, back to the land area.
So have they lost interest in us for the moment?
That's very difficult to tell.
Okay. Finn, get us.
They're currently afraid for their lives.
Okay, Finn, can you get us to as close to the wharf so we can all kind of just get out?
I don't think I've pushed us much far away from where we currently were, to be honest.
I want to run up to the front and see if there's any other boats or anything sort of, anchored out in the harbour that we could aim towards.
Yep, so you run to the front of the boat and you look around and you don't see anything nearly as grand as the Grand Dame, but you do see like a little dinghy, which is probably suitable for 2 people-ish.
We need something that's going to fit 4 of us. And
what about along the coast, so left or right?
Looking at, so you're on a river.
We're on a river.
Yeah, you're on a river. So looking up and down the coast, you can't see, like, because the river bends and things, you can't really see anything moored from your current position. It looks like the main game in town is this boat.
Okay, well, it might seem silly.
It's a riverboat casino.
He mentioned the North Islands of what was it? The Northern Islands.
He said Northern Ireland. That's what he said.
Finn's just slowly clambering himself back on board, and sort of like crawls through into the casino deck area and just kind of like collapses in exhaustion.
And the boat is still slowly floating, but even slower now.
Are we going downstream or upstream?
You're just kind of heading out from the wharf, but you notice the currents are kind of pulling you downstream to the south. To Northern Islands of the Trackless Sea.
Igneous is going to run to the back of the boat and he's going to peer up over the railing and see the soldiers running away, and he's going to call out, "Help us!"
Oh my God.
They nat 1.
Nice.
So they do not help you.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
So, Does anyone know where the trackless sea is?
Ignis does not know.
No.
No idea.
No
How
one's
about
heard
we
of it?
use this opportunity to take a break? You all can discuss things if you wish. / Reagan, you can get a
A beverage of some
delicious
sort.
hot chocolate
Yeah, sounds good.
or anything else. We'll be back in say 10 minutes.
Yep, sounds good.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
See you guys soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Their base is in a cave under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants, so they know where the sea is.
The only thing I have against, like, I suppose if we can ask Sarissa, I guess. I just don't want to use the trader guy anymore.
No.
You know, I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of cheap.
But hot damn, John, that cloak.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've brought us back from the I've brought us back from our BRB just to talk about that cloak. It is amazing.
So good, man.
It's
So
not my
good.
head that looks huge. It's the headset.
Ah, I didn't even
So it just
notice, to be
goes-
honest.
This goes all the way over.
It's so good.
You've got a desk lamp, eh?
Yeah, just yeah.
If you turn that on and like your bedroom light off, oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
It would
Yeah,
look
try
like
that.
the host off that game, the board game with the
Nightmare.
video.
Oh, Nightmare.
Yes,
The
Yeah.
gatekeeper.
the gatekeeper. Yes.
The VCR video game.
Yeah, man, that
That's
was
right.
amazing. I think I had
looks a little
Nightmare 1, 2, and 3. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. The first one was the gatekeeper. The second one was Baron Samedi, the zombie. I think he was.
Zombie.
And then there was Anne de Chantrain, the witch, was the third one.
Brilliant.
Yeah, which I loved. It was definitely my jam.
100% jam.
Jam.
When's your circlet coming along there, Regan?
It's in the. It's just in the sack. It's in the backpack or something.
You gonna IRL it? Oh yeah.
Well, I don't even know if I'm ever gonna use it again.
I think if you do use it ever again, you have to have it for real.
Yeah.
Make it.
I was originally planning on it, but it turns out Joe only has like a proper like tiara that clips into your hair, and I was like,
Yeah, you do.
I'm not wearing that.
That
That's not what
That will do fine.
Mm.
I feel the mocking for that would be suitable.
That's not quite what the circlet is.
A little bit.
just a tiny little
You're
bit.
about 65%. That's what I thought.
I think Shannon's having some issues with
Interwebs.
his internet tonight.
It's seasickness, man. I feel him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can have issues with his interwebs, and I'll be doing
Oh
this.
man, your computer's still updating.
Yeah,
That's
still
taking forever. I'd like surely that doesn't usually take that long, does it, for an iOS update?
I don't know. I can't remember the last time it did an iOS update.
It's been about an hour and a half. So.
Yeah. XKits is agreeing with you guys, saying that I need to commit to the bit as in regards to
awesome.
wearing the.
Go get it
Yeah.
now.
I'm not wearing it now. I'm not. Finn isn't wearing it now.
Well, you need to have it ready for the next time you pull it out.
Maybe I'll never pull it out again.
Always pull out.
It's 5 minutes too. I can't say that.
That's disappointing. So you're saying this iOS update's taking too long? Should I just turn my computer off and start again?
No, that'll
No, you'll probably corrupt your hard drive.
Yeah,
to
don't do that. Just
Oh,
let
it
so I have to
PC.
wait for it.
Just let it do its
I hate
thing.
waiting for it to do its thing. It's so boring.
I mean, yeah, good thing you didn't start it 5 minutes before we started streaming, I guess.
Shut up.
There he is.
There he is.
It doesn't tell me when I'm not connected. I can still see everyone. But I could hear you guys, but you couldn't hear me. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, weird.
Okay. Yeah,
Ridiculous.
that's not good.
I just said you were connecting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Infinite.
Oh, it's just spinning around. Oh, okay. I'm just on Wi-Fi, so I should connect with the cable.
That's fine. I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Mine's like plays up.
Okay.
We're back. We're back.
So.
Oh,
Yeah. So the situation is you're trying to work out where to from here as you slowly float out. I'm gonna say probably another 15 minutes has passed. So Finn, your potion is kind of halfway through its,
good.
Oh my
its
god.
course.
Yeah, yeah. He still feels very, very strong right now.
Is there anything you want to do in your last 30 minutes of
gigantism.
And he just has a quick look down his pants.
Okay. Maybe I'll leave the room.
Oh dear.
I kind of want to get you to roll for that, but I won't.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you should. And that failed you perfectly.
Oh, we should have waited
Failed
4 minutes.
Fantastic. Nothing has changed.
You can roll a 1d12.
A 1d12. That's great. Okay.
Oh.
Hello. It's an 8.
You look down your
8
pants
feet.
and you're like suitably happy. It's not. Yeah. But for what you're used to,
Does it look like a normal sized fin?
it's proportional. It's proportional.
I get out my disguise kick and make it look like me.
It's got that up the leg.
No.
I know you're on the point. Right? That's a good choice.
Just
What are you doing, Finn?
Okay, yeah, I got no idea what we're doing now, by the way, guys. This is Finn.
Ignis-
This is Finn trying to catch his breath.
Obviously, yeah.
Ignis is just going to walk over to Bernard and offer him his bag of holding. And he's just going to say, "Oh, do you want some dirt, man?"
Thanks. Maybe later. Thanks for offering. Really nice.
So after a minute of you having cast that spell, the
Cool.
wolf kind of crashes back down.
Oh, so we can still see it?
Yeah, you're not actually that far out. You're like maybe
10 feet?
300 or 400 feet.
Okay.
Okay. And
From
that's sort
where
of
you
lit up.
were,
Is it
from
a
where you
town?
were,
Yeah?
kind of, yeah. So you're kind of maybe from the edge of the wharf, you're like 200-ish feet away, but you're mostly just floating out into the current.
We're drifting.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
It's very
We're-
slowly.
We're aimlessly drifting at the pace of the river with no guide, no one steering us,
Mm-hmm.
no power.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's better than getting slaughtered.
Well, you actually ripped the steering wheel out as well.
When you say we,
There's 2 steering wheels.
it's like, do you mean Finn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the very careless giant kind of did some damage.
Oh, I'm sorry for
anyway.
saving everyone's
Very
life.
careless giant.
Saving.
So, short story.
Ignis is just going to walk up to Finn and, like, with a really cheeky grin, he's going to be like, "How'd the sneaking go?"
It was going very well. It was.
Not really.
It was going incredibly well until we bumped into Bernard and then decided to like get dressed up.
Giant ape on them.
It was going pretty well. There's just some bad luck.
Yeah, it was just some bad luck. Yeah.
Not that I'm involved. Can I ask you a question? What does Igneous look like? What kind of creature is Igneous?
Yeah, sure. He looks kind of like the tile, but I've got some sweet text description here, which I'll paste in the old chat
Are you
room.
like, what kind of creature are you?
Two
You want to just
separate
read it out,
explanations.
Igneous?
Yeah. He is half earth elemental, half human, which is, I guess, an earth ganassi. And I've lost the thing, but essentially he looks like a humanoid shape, but with lots of gnarled bits of like dirt and rock underneath his skin. He's covered in scars. And he looks
Are they sticking
genuinely-
out of his skin?
from underneath, like one of those weird piercing people you see on the internet.
Okay.
He has lots of scars and generally looks pretty ugly. He's got like dirt permanently through his hair. If you see his hair poke through his helmet, yeah, I'll paste the text when I find it.
Lots of rock. Is it mostly rock, not topsoil?
A bit of a mixture. Depends on
Topsoil.
which area you're looking at.
Depends on what hole he's pulled himself out of
Yeah,
recently.
there we
Hold
go.
on. And Finn, you're a human
I'm just
ranger?
halfling.
No,
Halfling. Halfling rogue.
Sorry, I got the name wrong. Because there's only... Okay, you're a halfling ranger?
Rogue.
No, he's the rogue.
rogue.
Yeah.
Else is the Elven Ranger.
Elven, okay, so an elf and a halfling and a half earth elemental.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And so no one knows anything about the continent. Do I know
No.
anything about the shape of the continent? Do I have a map or anything like that?
Yeah, so you will have access to this map, which is a map of the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
So if you're zoomed out, all of you are
The Netherlands.
about here.
Oh, we're in there, inland. And
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're on this river here, the River Yata, or River
Okay.
Serpent.
Yata.
Sorry, Yata. So you're headed south towards Waterdeep on your current course at
Okay.
a very, very slow pace.
Yeah.
But if you zoom out, so if you're all kind of on the, I imagine, on the deck of this thing now with this map out, kind of looking it over. Like, where the fuck is the trackless sea?
It's way off to
And
the west, I think.
Yeah, and you can spot up in the kind of northwest the trackless sea.
Okay.
Okay, so how the hell do we propose to get there on this boat that currently isn't going anywhere?
I mean, it's going somewhere. Just very slowly.
Very slowly. Now, Finn.
Igneous is going to remember the party explaining to him what they saw in Maelstrom, and he's going to be like, well, don't you know that giant pointy lady with those whales and those other sea creatures? Could we not point them in the direction to search the sea rather than us going on the sea? Because then we can stay on the land.
You really want to stay on the land, don't you?
What's wrong with being on a boat, Igneous? It's like being on the land but being on the water.
I do think Igneous is onto something, though. I think we do need to let Sarissa know that we have some sort of clue as to the whereabouts of her father. Bye, Shannon.
Are we really? Do we want to bounce back with such a little clue rather than?
We can talk about a little clue. We can give it basically a location and a name of the boat.
But then she's going to go off
And he's
with her
alive.
own friends and conquer the world and conquer and do all the cool stuff, and we don't get to claim any glory.
Surely.
That seems like a bit of a shortfall to me.
So what are you suggesting?
We do it and take all the glory. For
so what do we do? So what do we do now then? What's our next step?
I say we find a boat. We head. Was it northwest to the sea and find this submersible boat. Find Hecaton, rescue him, and bring him back to Sarissa, and claim all the glory.
Yeah, but we're going to be basically scouring an ocean. Underneath an ocean. Like what clues do we have to be able to go from this point? You know.
Surely it can't be that hard to find a submersible thing. You know, like.
Surely it's not hard to find a grain of sand on a beach.
Have you watched The Hunt for Red October?
Yes, multiple times. There cannot be that many submersible boats floating around or being around in this world. Surely by just mentioning it in the town that we'll be able to figure this out pretty quickly.
So you reckon we go to Waterdeep then, yeah? So follow this river down to Waterdeep.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
That's why I got connections there. Come on.
Yeah.
And Igneous is going to jump on that bandwagon and be like, yeah, let's go to Waterdeep, and then we can ask all the people on the port, because the ports are on land. Good idea.
And then basically our plan, which you may or may not have may have missed, is that our plan is to claim all the glory for himself.
Right.
It's this idea.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it'd be quicker for us to just catch a horse and cart down to Waterdeep. This boat isn't very fast. Because horses, they're on land.
We do have the small problem of the knight and the other guards, which I'm assuming will now be hunting us after killing 23 of their brethren.
Well, surely they were here to hunt and destroy that giant, which seems to have maybe disappeared shortly.
Yeah, so you guys have been talking, I think, for a while, debating your options and things. And Finn, you received your regular halfling size.
No.
Yeah, he's a little person again.
All right. Damn it. Okay.
Igneous is much more relieved and is now going to be in the same side of the ship as Finn.
So, like, Bernard, what do you think? We've got some information on the whereabouts of Hecaton. I don't know if that is. What do you need to be doing next? What's your plan?
Well, I'm actually looking for the Kraken Society because I'm looking for my family, and I've been following some clues, and it's led me to that boat that we're on now, but it's all leading towards the Kraken Society. So I don't know. Apparently, they're in these northern trackless seas. So
Okay.
where is the trackless sea? Is it up?
So it's over, if you are looking at the map, it's in the northwest.
It's like the equivalent of a Tasman city.
There it is. Oh, the trackless sea. Oh, okay.
So Bernard, are you comfortable with running back to the Giants and letting them take all the glory and possibly ignoring your family, or do you want to do this yourself?
Well, the most important thing I want is for them to find them.
Exactly.
I'm not too worried about the who gets the glory, but
to be fair, the Giants though have never been that keen on helping little people. They're just going to go in and grab their king
and everyone's a little person to them, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, but see,
will they take us?
Sarissa sent us out instead of going and sending her own people out, so she does have trust in us.
She has trust in you, Finn, and after what you've just done for us, I'm not sure we should.
Well, I've got information for Hecaton. That's what about the whereabouts of Hecaton. In fact, I've done exactly
Hecaton.
Hecaton is the missing storm giant king.
Yeah.
He's the king of all storm giants.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you guys know the storm giants?
Yeah, I do. I know them very well.
How do the storm giants get around? Do they get around in some kind of fancy storm cloud?
Well, they live under the water, so I'm just going to have a quick
They live
think.
under the water, do they?
I'm just going to have a quick think. I mean, about...
Obviously,
think about how they get around. I know this.
They live under the water. The storm giants live under the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live in a fortress under the water.
That's where their boat goes.
So, Finn, you know that on a short trip they would probably either just swim or make use of their whales. But on a longer trip they might ask for aid from one of the cloud giants.
Okay.
Oh, do cloud giants fly around?
Cloud giants have got sky castles.
Yeah.
And storm giants are under the sea.
Yeah.
Yes. You got it.
Okay.
Of course. And do you know?
So they would get their friends. So whenever they want to go out, they have to call their friends.
On a longer trip, like if they're going away on holiday or something.
They can't just. They can't just they don't have like a submarine or something. Or
well, they can do like pretty good trips with their whales.
Whales? Do they breathe underwater?
The storm giants.
Yeah.
Are you asking
when
Finn?
they live underwater.
Are you asking Finn?
They have a castle that's under the water. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but do they breathe underwater?
No, it's
Or
like
they have a big bubble like a Gungan?
like Atlantis.
And Finn again is just having a think about all of the information he knows. What's that? Sorry.
They can breathe underwater.
Right.
They live in an air, but they can breathe underwater.
I'm thinking Gungans on Naboo. And I don't want to think
they're basically enormous Gungans. They got big bum bums.
Misa underwater. Fuck. Okay, so
I don't
where
know.
do they live? What part of the sea do they live in?
Yeah, actually, I'm not sure. We can get to them just by blowing on this conch. I just realised
Yeah.
that we've left Wolf back in the city.
Yep, with your griffins.
Yeah, but you just want to go down to Waterdeep? You just want to continue down?
I want to get my wolf back, of course. I'm not that
We're just going to have to go back to that village.
We have to go back to the village at some point to collect our animals. Yeah.
What?
Alice
You got
is not going to leave Wolf behind because if you recall, the conch is usually with Wolf. Or
Are you like
still
a-
have
But I
it?
think that was when like Finn realized he's like, we've just got a conch. Oh god, we've left the conch. We've left the conch and we've left all of
So
our
you don't even
animals.
have a conch. We're just floating.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
floating downriver towards the village, I assume.
Now we don't even have a giant.
I didn't want to get off the boat and kick. You
Okay,
guys
let's not play the blame game,
forced me.
guys.
It was the giant's fault. Where's the giant? Oh, Finn, that was you. Yeah.
So should we?
We need to go back to the
I don't
village.
want to. I don't want to get in the river.
This boat's got heaps of oars, right?
You
Yes.
could row us if you want, Ignis. Get down there.
What do you
Come
reckon?
on. Show us your guns.
I mean, we're pretty much just gonna have to row it back to, or up to the shore and then walk back to the village.
Let's just ditch it to the closest
We
shore.
haven't gone very far.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, I
you're not
reckon
that-
Ignis could row us to shore.
Well, the width of the boat is such that you can only row one of the sides from one side. So you're gonna need at least 2 people.
Yeah, and I'm
Well,
way,
then we'll turn
I'm all
sideways,
tuck it
right?
out now. Plus, it
You're a bloody just drink another potion.
Well, you can turn in a circle if you're strong enough, and you're just
Yeah.
working
But no,
one
just-
oar.
Turn the boat sideways, and it should like.
Yeah, you just
the
need to turn
rudder
it sideways so it
turn
crashes
you.
into the to shore.
Ignis is going to point to Finn's frost giant strength belt and be like, "We got this."
Are you still wearing your fire giant belt? Yeah, fire giant and frost giant. Get down there and start rowing.
Ignis is just going to toddle off downstairs.
Finn's just gonna
Try and
look
find
over
the
at Alice because
comfiest oar.
Finn's still exhausted, like on the ground from everything. He's just gonna look at Alst. He's just gonna like get down there. Get down there.
I'm a scrawny elf. I do not have the strength of a bloody fire giant here, buddy.
If you admit you're not good enough to help out, I'll go down.
Alright, I'm gonna grab you by the scruff of your neck and drag you down. So I'm going to hit down as well. So I'm gonna drag you down the stairs.
Isn't he as strong as a frost giant?
Yeah. I just hold on to the nearest door frame, mate. I'm good.
I'm just appalled by this dynamic. Don't we have things to do?
Yeah, Finn's not going anywhere. He's knackered.
I have to find my
fine.
family.
I'm gonna wander down and help Ignis, seeing Finn's being a dick.
Alst has to do something sometime.
Oh come on! You had me standing knee deep in a pool of blood. I feel like that's...
The blood's everywhere. Oh,
I remember you smashing someone's head into the wall until their brain popped out.
yeah, Alst has gotten a bit softer in the over this campaign.
What minions are for, alright?
While the party's planning, Ignis is just going to have a search of the bottom floor of the boat.
So in the forward of the boat, up here, I'll just move Ignis over there. Zoom. You smell this incredible stench, and you notice that it appears to be lavatories.
Okay. Is there a door to the north of Ignis? Can we pop that open and have a look?
Yes, it is, and yes, you can. Let me just check this out. Excuse me. So in this room, food and drink are stored. So ample amounts of each, good for kind of a night's gambling and boozing.
Nice. And what sort of food?
Largely things that are easy to cook up. There's some peas in there for making pies. There's some pastry. There's a few kind of portions or like I don't know what to call them, like racks of like salted meats.
Oh yeah. Igneous is going to grab some salted meats and put them in his bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
How many portions can I take?
You can take 8.
Okay, I'm going to take 4. 4 salted meats. What sort of drinks we got?
There's wine and ale, mostly.
Okay,
Oh,
Igneous is going to
Igneous,
take
no ale.
4 bottles of wine.
Okay. So it's a big cask, so you can kind of pour out. Have you got containers or?
Igneous is just going to tip some into his bag of holding.
Okay.
Like a giant smoothie.
Yeah.
Gross.
4 pours of wine. Nailed it.
Nice.
Is there anything else in the surrounding rooms? Igneous is just going to spend a bit of time searching.
Just the toilets, really.
Alright.
Is he gonna go check those out?
Igneous is going to check those out. And just,
Oh, there's a magic item in there.
Yo!
No, it's just a toilet.
Magic shit.
Alright,
It's a toilet.
Okay. And with that great find, he's going to go and nestle into one of these sets of oars.
Okay. Are you starting to row?
He's just going to check the seat, see if it's comfortable, and then swap to the other side and see if that's more comfortable. Just check the quality of the oar. And just spend a bit of time patiently waiting for the rest of his party.
It's only
Okay.
us coming down.
Rest of the party, what are you doing?
Oh, Alistair's given Finn's lying on the deck, grabbing onto a pole and not moving. I'm just going to wander down, call out for Igneous, find out where he is, and then grab a seat on the other side of the boat and pick up an oar and give him a look. As I say,
Okay.
come on then, let's go.
So each of you grabs an oar. Go ahead and roll athletics.
John, you might have to roll athletics for.
You have to roll for me,
Dave.
John,
Yeah.
sorry.
Just finding it. Oh, you got a +0. That's good.
Yeah.
So the ship begins turning, kind of like awkwardly, on one side. It's like turning more towards where where Igneous is rowing.
Slow down, Igneous, come on. Some of us don't have fire giant strength.
Igneous is just going to then use one hand to row. And just politely wave at Alice with the other one.
Okay, what are you guys trying to do? Are you trying to row backwards to get back to shore, or are you just trying to? What are you
I
doing?
think we're just trying to guide the boat to shore. So
Okay.
obviously we've kind of headed out one way. We're trying to guide it back so it's pointing towards shore, so we can jump off and head back down. We'll head back to the village where Wolf and the Griffins are.
Okay,
Igneous is just
so-
thinking the shore. He doesn't know much else.
Okay, so I think the way that this is going to work, rather than like, I'm sure it would be thrilling for our viewers and us to kind of work this out. But I'm just going to say that you are able to, through some painstaking effort, make it back to shore. But as you're approaching shore, you do see the knight and the cadre of soldiers kind of posted there.
A lightning bolt would be useful right now.
Would you like to? Yeah, I guess. Are you still gonna head ashore? What are you doing with the ship?
Does
So
Igneous see the soldiers? Does Igneous see the soldiers?
You don't see the soldiers, but Finn and or Bernard. I'm not sure what you're doing, but if you looked outside, you would be able to see the soldiers.
Yeah.
So you Alst and Igneous are on the lower deck, so you basically
Can't see
got no
squat.
concept of what's going on outside.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining that Finn and Bernard were kind of relaying information like, go forward, go starboard, blah, 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 all that stuff.
I would just like try and turn one way and go into ram into the
Ram.
into the side of into the bank.
Yeah, I think that's all we're trying to do, right? Is just get this boat
Get the ship grounded.
grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ramming speed.
So you kind of angle it towards a beach, and you kind of you beach as you're approaching Finn and Bernard. You can see that the knight and the soldiers can see you.
Mm.
They're kind of a little ways off in the distance, but they're kind of between you and the town.
No.
Yeah. Finn sort of walks over to Bernard and's like, why don't you just go out there and celebrate, or like let them think that we killed and tossed the giant overboard?
Well, you can do that too. They won't recognize you.
We look a little similar though. That's the problem.
I'll say that you fell out of him.
That perk you've never wanted to use.
Okay, I mean we could both. Oh yeah. Okay, we could do that, I guess.
Maybe just put on a different hat or something. If that giant is dead, is that what we're gonna say?
Well, I've still got my chef's outfit on, I guess. Oh no, does that mean Giant Finn was dressed like a chef?
Oh, you ripped the chef's outfit.
Oh,
ripped
okay.
it.
We've
Okay.
got like Stay Puft Marshmallow.
You're a rogue. You should be able to disguise yourself with anything.
Yeah, but not in like literally 5 seconds.
Oh, you don't have to rush out there too quickly.
Okay, so we've landed. Should we go? I'll stand up on the bow.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll be up there and be like, "Thank God that giant died. He drowned.
Yeah.
Enemy of the state."
Yeah. And
Okay,
Finn's
so-
just going to shout out, "Don't worry, we took care of him."
Yeah.
Okay,
Brilliant.
so I think
And your magic
roll
power.
a deception check,
Oh God.
Bernard,
Oh,
Mhm.
damn.
but with advantage because you've got Finn helping you.
Okay. Just gonna. My bloody powers. Deception. Oh, that's just a 0.
No.
Uh-oh.
19.
Boo.
Hey.
Yes.
Not like last episode. 3.
So you see the soldiers and this knight approaching, and you know that they have overheard what you're saying, and they just kind of call back to you. It's the giant.
Don't worry, the giant is dead.
And we pushed him overboard. He's gone.
Floating with the fishes.
Shouldn't his body have washed out by now?
He was
Gone downstream.
filled him with pies and pushed him.
Yeah. His butt floated above the water.
Oh, okay. And so this group of like soldiers kind of surrounds the ship and kind of comes up to you and says, "Well, who are you and what are you doing aboard the Grand Dame there?"
I am the cook. And I escaped by the skin of my teeth because I'm small.
And Finn just pulls out the coin. He's like, "And I was just here to gamble." And again, I too am small and just managed to.
So glad that you showed
roll
up to
deception,
save us.
Finn.
What's that? Sorry.
Roll deception, please.
Okay. And he just uses a spot of luck to
To redo that.
to rewind time and takes an 18.
That'll do.
Double.
Okay. The knight steps forward and he says, "They weren't setting off for many hours. Why would you be? You couldn't gamble yet."
Well, no, I didn't find that out until I got on board, but here we are. I guess I was so small, no one even noticed me coming on board. This boat was full of just racists.
God.
Not what I would have expected. He's a problem gambler and he always blames racists.
It's always
So there's these two tiny beings on top of this beached boat who are just telling these absolute yarns. And you've got a knight standing there in full plate mail, and he says, "Wow, that may be true. I abhor racism in all its forms. Hello, small friends. I'm Roland Giantsbane.
Roland
Giant
Giantsbane.
Giantsbane. I'm glad you survived the giant's attack. We've been forewarned of attacks like these around these parts. I'm here specifically to deal with that problem."
Interesting.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah.
Roland, is it?
Yes,
Would you
Roland
be able
Giantsbane.
to, Roland Giantsbane, would you be able to assist us and our comrades who were also survivors on this ship and workers back to town? And we can maybe get into an inn and relax. It was a horrible ordeal.
I certainly could, but I feel like the most pressing thing is making sure that vile beast is dead. So we'll begin. We'll set out the search nets.
Yeah, he went downstream.
Yeah. So you might want to check.
Basically, I think he's buoyant.
Okay.
I think he must have eaten a lot of something gaseous.
Perhaps one of the wizards could get a message to Waterdeep then.
Yep.
That's probably a good idea.
Are you certain he's dead?
Absolutely.
I mean,
He's so dead. He
even
our friend Igneous speared him right through the face, through his skull, and then he became waterlogged.
I think it's at this point. I think it's at this point, Igneous and Alce, that you've already beached the boat, so you can come upstairs if you wish.
I just want to just shout out big thank you to Blue Slant for hosting us and bringing some people on board. Stick around and see what happens.
Okay, so Alce and Igneous, we're going to come up the stairs, but I think at hearing some of these fibs, Alce is just going to stop Igneous, and we're just going to stay just below the decks because he's not so confident about how well we can keep the story going, especially after hearing, our friend Igneous stabbed the giant through the face. So we're just going to stop and wait and see where the story goes. So I'm just going to go to Igneous. Don't say a word right now. Stay very, very quiet.
Okay.
If Igneous were here, he would tell you.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, damn.
Okay, Igneous, you hear that?
And Igneous just can't help but just pop his head up just a little bit from the stairs. Can you see the knight from where he was?
No, you can't see over the forward of the boat. You can see Finn and Bernard.
Right.
Do we notice him? Popping his head up?
What's your passive perception?
11.
And 16.
Finn notices him.
Oh, God.
Alce is just gonna quickly grab Igneous and just try and pull him down so he's not visible. Just quickly get his head down.
Yeah, Finn's just like...
Igneous is just gonna be like, what?
I say, he's a great warrior.
Oh.
Okay, at that, Igneous is just gonna like jump out of the stairwell and be like, I am here!
Oh.
And he's just like,
You
yeah!
stabbed the giant, and that's why he floated down upstream.
Igneous is just gonna half listen, but he's more about looking down towards the soldiers, and especially the knight in plate mail. And he's gonna be like, yeah, plate mail, yeah!
So seeing that, the knight raises his shield and sword and goes, clang, clang, as if motioning towards you.
Oh, God. Fucking fruits and plate mail.
I know.
What is this?
And Igneous is just going to
And
start
a
up a
gesture,
chant.
Praise
Yeah,
be
it's
to
just
the,
sort of,
the giant slayers.
sort of half, sort of half challenging, but half like camaraderie.
Nice.
You know?
Oh.
Nice.
And Finn's just going to interrupt and say, Igneous, surely the giant that you slayed is well and truly dead.
Oh, many giants' blood has been spilled with foe killer.
Alright.
He's just going to attempt to start up a chant, like freedom, freedom. We'll draw chant here. But he's just gonna be like, freedom, freedom, freedom.
Okay, I think with Bernard helping you and Wolf waiting back at the inn,
Yeah, see? He's waiting.
take a roll with advantage on, I guess, deception.
Who?
Who's taking the role?
Is
Igneous.
there an insight?
Igneous believes what he's saying.
Okay, persuasion then.
Probably not much better.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a very important roll.
even I can
Yeah.
remember how he stabbed him in the face now.
So Igneous is on top of the edge, just kind of like clanging his sword against the shield, and just kind of.
Oh,
And
dear.
everybody's just like standing there clapping for this mighty, mighty warrior.
Oh, dear.
And
What on earth?
his dirty giant ass floating down the river.
Igneous is going to be like, yeah, giants are dumb.
Giants and dicks.
Okay, so they say, well, can we treat you all to a round of drinks then? I guess like we don't have a job here to do.
Yeah, I think.
We're all on the same team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can we name the team?
Okay.
The knight leans into you.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you reckon it should be called? Giant.
Freedom.
Giant
team, freedom
Spains,
team.
Giant Slayers.
Yeah. Igneous loves that idea.
What the hell?
And he's just going to lean forward towards the knight and be like, what's a bane? Bane? Bane?
It's like a thing that a thing doesn't want.
Yeah.
Giant stabbers.
Oh, giant stabbers. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so unless there's anything else you all want to do, they are going to take you back.
Yeah.
To the inn.
I think that's good.
Yeah. Will they carry us or what?
Just as
They just carry Igneous.
Oh.
as just
I see
before
3
Finn gets off the boat, he does just want to have a quick perusal through all the guts and the stuff, he remembers back to what the owner of the boat said, and just has like a quick perusal through all the guts and the blood, just to see if they can see anything.
Quick but thorough.
Quick but thorough.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
11.
It's not great.
It's not good.
That's not bad.
So I think in amongst, like, you find a number of weapons and leather armor and things like that. But in and amongst that, a few things kind of stand out to you. There's this very simple, like, not small but not enormous sort of emerald.
Okay.
And
What?
there's between the various pockets, you managed to pick up 250 gold pieces,
Nice.
and you find a scrap of paper.
Oh yeah. Oh.
With high
I
contrast.
had that prepared.
Oh.
With a strange series of numbers.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Almost like you had that prepared, John.
Yeah, I didn't just write it down just now. I will show you that scrap of paper.
Yeah, please. While you're doing that, I just want to say thank you to Richard McSunday for following us. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to us. It does. Don't laugh.
I'm not.
Richard, you mean a lot to us. Thank you. Right here. Right here. Right in my heart. Right in my heart.
Yeah, so much so.
I'm gonna write these down.
This is how bored.
You should have access to this in Roll20 anytime.
Now, the paper says 29-3, but the little prompt says 29-4.
No metagaming, fan.
What
Let
is
me just double check.
discrepancy? Well, the written
Sorry,
one
it
must
should
be
say
wrong, right?
the paper is wrong. It should say
Oh.
29-4.
Okay, cool. Okay. Not that makes it any more clear for me, so that's
Hey.
fine.
Oh, 29-4. Now I got it.
Yeah, I got it now. That is an interesting scrap.
151-3. This is going up.
So yeah, so you get 250 gold pieces, a emerald, and this scrap of paper,
Does
which was on the remains of the captain.
on the captain? Okay, cool. I was gonna ask if I could figure out who that would belong to. So
Well, I won't comment on anything because I haven't seen it.
yeah. I think Finn's gonna have to pull that out when we get away from these guards. So Finn just kind of exits the boat quickly just to make sure he doesn't sort of no one sort of notices that he was away from the group for that long.
Okay. A quick but thorough sort of search.
Yeah.
So I think you'll head back to the inn now.
Okay.
And it's starting to get towards late afternoon. It's around about the time when the Grand Dame would be leaving for the evening.
It's not going
So
anywhere.
the inn is just packed with disappointed gamblers who've come in from far and wide to ride the Grand Dame, but news of the destruction has kind of been told. And as you and Roland and the rest of his motley crew kind of roll in, no pun intended, he says, "Behold, giant spains, giant slayers!" To the rapturous applause of the crowd. And he does like one of those like.
Hey.
Nice.
And you're all just kind of walking in like celebrities into a pub.
Okay, cool.
It's not an unfamiliar scene for Alston Finn.
Yeah.
Benny before.
That is true. Okay. We need to get something to drink, I think. So he's just gonna look at Roland. He's like, I think the round's on you, my friend.
He said he pats you on the back like quite firmly, and he's like, "Yes, of course it is." And you notice as he makes his way between where you are and the bar, he's kind of like living it up, like accepting the praise for what's happened.
Finn's okay with that. Finn is
Stealing. Well,
what? Stole what? Like he thinks he killed a giant. That's fine. There was no giant. We didn't kill any giant.
Oh, he doesn't think he killed a giant, but he's definitely making use of the distraction to make other people think he was involved.
That Roland the Giant Slayer's doing work.
I doubt Roland's even met a giant, to be perfectly honest. But don't let facts get in the way of a good story yet.
Is this Oust talking, or is this
Alst is certainly giving Finn the "I doubt this guy has ever met a giant in his life" speech.
Nice,
this guy
nice.
is full of crap.
Okay, so he appears back at your your table, and there's just like drinks just keep on coming towards you. So he brings the first round, and then they just keep on piling in, and his merry men kind of skitter up and grab a jug and kind of go off and start trying to chat up chicks in the corner and whatnot. What are
Nice.
you all doing?
Well, Finn's gonna reach into his pocket and pull out that little scrap piece of paper, and he's just gonna slide it onto the table in front of the crew. And he's like, "I found this on the remains of the captain. Does this mean anything to you guys?"
Well, okay. Well, I'll have a look at it. It's interesting. So this came from the captain, from his pocket.
Yeah, sorry. So Finn's just gonna slide it off the table and hand it over to, because I wasn't sure if you could see up on the table. So.
I can see on it.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's no talking about your height.
He's only slightly shorter than you.
Yeah.
Little people.
Some sort of rivalry.
Every inch
Shorty.
counts.
But every inch shorter than you is like 10 in your mind.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're so short.
Ignis is
Well,
just
I
gonna
will
lean
have a look
over.
at these numbers, but at the moment they're not springing anything. So they came out of the. Where'd you get it from?
The captain. The captain's shirt. I couldn't actually find the captain anywhere, but the captain's shirt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That giant did a big deal of damage on him, eh?
Certainly did.
Yeah. Thank
Fucking
goodness
giant.
he's gone.
Ignis is just going to lean over and look at the scrap of piece of paper and can be like, "It's a small book. No way."
It's a small book.
Then he's going to look to the party and be like, "So, can you guys fill me in? What are we doing? What's the plan?"
Am I able to figure out this clue? Is there anything that you think connects this clue to what I know?
I don't know. Are you able to figure out the clue?
That's a good question. Yeah, sometimes.
From
you
the
can just figure-
information that you have?
Yeah. Well, I have. I'll bring out my book, okay, and I've got a book as well. So even though everything's going crazy in the bar, I'll show you guys my book, and this has got some clues that have been sent to me by my uncle, and he apparently is now on the boat that we found out. It's called the Morkov.
So you know he's on the
Morkov.
Morkov.
Well, he is on a boat that's run by the Kraken Society,
Right,
so I'm
right.
guessing it's the Morkov.
Okay.
And he has been sending me clues this whole time. Well, that's why I've been following him around for a couple of years. He's been sending me clues, and also my parents. So he was trying to find my parents, and he's found them. He's told me that they have under mind control. They don't even recognize him. But he is resisting the mind control so far. But I don't know why he just doesn't tell me where these are. But he has sent me clues, and he sent me this book. And I don't know if I can share that book or.
How's he sending the clues to
Yeah,
you?
I can share the book.
Yeah, how am I receiving the clues? They're like in the mail? Or?
Yeah, various different ways.
Yeah.
This book arrived to you with a brilliant coloured parrot. Kind of came along and dropped this book off to you as you were en route between one village and another. So it was completely like sparse, empty space, and this brilliantly coloured bird just showed up and flew up to you, and you thought it was like, frankly, it was attacking you until you realised it's holding a book in its kind of claws. And it kind of dropped the book at your feet before it flew off.
Cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
so this is like a book I've got, and it's. I wonder if any of these numbers line up. So there's 151, for example.
Do they look like
Which is the last
numbers
page of the
and line
book.
numbers?
Yeah, so there's definitely some numbers that line up. So 151, that is like the hag's nose gave her away. She might have seemed like a little old lady, but no one nowhere has a beak like that. So I don't know what that means.
What if it's like if the first number is the page and like the third number is the letter or word? It's like either the third letter or the third word.
That's not a bad idea. Okay.
So I don't know if it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Nose.
7, 8,
It'll be
9.
nose.
I don't know if it's 10 letters or 10 words.
I don't know if they all line up though, because
Igneous is just gonna be like, you guys are funny when you're drinking.
so that'll be the ominous black. So it'll be like cat. So, no, these definitely do line up. So 83 and
Yeah.
then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
You might be right with the old letters though.
Letters?
So, rather than words.
Okay.
At the moment I'm doing words. So 1, 2, 3. Dry. Because this is a bit silly. Cat. It's dry.
Do you wanna write it in the chat for viewers?
Okay. Yep. This is what I got so
The
far.
Roll20 chat.
Yeah, at the moment, this is what I've got, but I don't think it makes sense.
If it's jumbled, we could probably unjumble
Yeah,
it.
it might be.
Cat, it's dry land nose, but I think what you got there is the letters is probably better. So let's try the letters instead. So page 29, the fourth letter, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's an M. And the page 83, the sixth letter is an A, I think. Let me know if I can just do this in the background if you guys like. You can discuss stuff.
So Igneous at Bernard's heartfelt story about his parents being captured is just going to think of in his mind that his parents need freedom. And he's going to be like, yeah, bro.
Oh, no.
We will help you. We will find all of your family.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat saying it could be page and paragraph if page and letter doesn't
There's
work.
only one paragraph per thing though.
Okay, cool.
Have you guys seen the book?
I should have. You should be able to see it now.
Of the book?
Yeah, it's called Sparse Book.
Let's have a look.
It should be in your journal.
Doesn't seem to be. Oh, wait a minute. No. I don't have it.
I can't see it either. I can see a scrap of paper.
Let me just refresh. It might not have let me show you.
But this is definitely lining up. This is not a coincidence.
Okay, good. Good.
For sure.
And Finn just takes another look around the room. Now that we've got the Dragon's Bane, Dragon Slayers celebrating, what's the kind of the temperature of the room at the moment?
Giant Banes, Giant Slayers.
Oh, giant. Yeah, that's the one.
Giant stabbers.
Yeah, everybody seems like incredibly happy that they've managed to have their major first giant attack fended off, and Roland is kind of reporting that the ship will be operational in a matter of mere days. He says,
without an owner or captain, but
Or crew.
oh yeah,
or crew.
He's just
Yeah.
he's just talking shit basically.
yeah, gotcha. Zell, Finn's just gonna have a look around and see if he can see Pao Ming anywhere. Is Pao Ming in here as well?
Pao Ming is nowhere to be found in here.
Okay, cool. I'm assuming he got very drunk and eventually just stumbled home.
No, couldn't stumble back to the ship.
Yeah, good point.
Igneous is going to try a little bit of wine. He's like,
You should have it now.
Okay, let's have a quick look.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
but... Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, does that all line up with that the numbers on the scrap of paper?
Yeah, man.
How's
Yeah,
the
that definitely does.
how's the decoding? So Finn turns to Bernard.
I don't think it's individual letters, because otherwise it'd be my
Could you could you put the letters in the
Yeah.
chat? Just...
Banawi Ninibong.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
could be the name of a place. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Lucky I'm writing that down on my thing, because it just disappeared on my thing. But yeah, it must be whole words. But it's definitely something to do with this.
Okay.
So the letters aren't working. If it's the words, maybe it's like cats. It's dry land nose. So
Well,
I'll
those-
just bet that I got that wrong or something.
Or
But there's more. So there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There'd be 10 words. So
yeah, and you've got 5 so far, yeah.
yeah. Oh, hey, that thing's disappeared. Oh. We're in a sparse book. Okay. So do you guys want to like investigate where maybe you could find out where that part of if anyone knows about that sea.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So
There you go.
Finn's gonna wave over
Trackless sea.
Roland. Sort of try and catch his attention.
So Roland has like a couple of damsels kind of draped over him, and he says, "Ah, Finn, one of the Bane's giant slayers, ladies and gents." As you kind of rock up, knowing full well that his name is Roland Giantsbane.
And Finn raises his glass to Roland. Yeah.
And he
Yes,
says,
as well.
he kind of pats you on the back in a kind of
Sexual way.
No, I was going to say not derisitory, like a kind of condescending way. He says, this is like, ladies, this is Finn. Finn is a member of the Bane's Giant Slayers.
And
Aren't you?
Finn's not going to pick up on the tone that he's playing with, and he's like, "That's right, with a good dozen or more giants to my belt, basically."
And he kind of perks up, like they're like, "Ooh, they're very excited by this idea," and he kind of perks up and says, "Yes, ladies, there are many giants have fallen before the members of the Giants' Bane Giant Slayers."
Mm-hmm. Roland, what do you know of the Trackless Sea?
Well, I'll tell you, there are frost giants north of the Trackless Sea. I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't be for long once we get out there.
Yeah, I mean, we killed a fair few of those months ago, but sunk one of their ships as well. But anyway, do you know much about the Trackless Sea, the Kraken crew or guild or
The club?
So as you're saying these things, he's like, make sure I roll for it. Excuse me. He kind of says, Krakens. I'm pretty sure Krakens don't exist, but I have seen. I'll tell you what I have seen. I have seen giants with my own two eyes.
Right. Okay.
I wouldn't be too concerned with Krakens. I mean, they might not even exist. Trackless sea, you say?
Yeah.
As far as I know, only storm giants live underwater, and that's conjecture and hearsay. Well, I'm sure the giant slayers, the Giants' Bane giant slayers, could slay a storm giant. I'm positive.
Igneous is just going to pipe up and go, "This wine's good for drinking. The wine's good for drinking wine."
All right. I have not cracked the code, but I have done it with the words, but it doesn't seem to make sense.
Can you?
Okay, so here we go. I'll type it out.
Yeah, cool.
Type it out. It's sphere.
Are you still there, Dave?
Yeah, I'm still listening. Sorry.
While Bernard's scrawling on his paper, Igneous is going to suggest to Roland that he has a drinking competition with him. I can drink more wine than Roland's face for.
So those are the words that I
Ex-
think we've got.
He accepts your drinking challenge. So you both kind of like arm up a. What are you drinking? Wine or beer or?
Wine.
So we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll Constitution saves.
Let's do it. And he's just going to throw the wine glass on the ground.
Whoa, your Constitution save is insane. So roll. Actually, what's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah.
10? Just a even 10.
Just an even 10.
Yep.
Okay, so you each like smash back your drinks, and you just stand there like, and you seem to have finished at the exact same time, and like in the exact same frame of mind and kind of like physical health at the end of that. We'll cut over to Bernard.
Okay. I'll just try and share with everyone that I've come up with this, basically another riddle or something. And there's the word cat, sphere, dry land, knows where hell a ton is.
Oh, wait.
Hecaton.
Where Hecaton is.
Yeah.
Hell.
Hecaton. So helaton.
I know, but hell and heck, you know, they're kind of like a heck is like
okay.
And we are looking for Hecaton. So it's like.
Well, I think you've cracked it now. If we can,
Hecaton being the king
they're
of
not
the
straight up
giants.
words. Hecaton is
Where
cat
Hecaton
sphere.
is.
So we've got dry land, which is probably something not in the.
No, wait. This person knows where Hecaton is. So the word knows is not as in they know where Hecaton is.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, dry land, knows. Okay, cat sphere.
Dry land.
Do you know anyone that sounds like cat sphere?
Cat sphere.
So
Cat sphere, dry land.
as you're all talking, Roland kind of pipes up and he's like, "What happened to Casphere?"
Cassia.
That was the captain of the Grand Dame. Someone got booted.
Wait. Who?
The owner of the Grand Dame, the weird guy, wears a squid head.
Oh, we already have this answer.
Oh, he does know where it is, does
Damn
he?
it.
His name was Casphere, was he?
Yeah.
Well, Slark Rathal killed him with his magical mind control spell.
Yeah. That's.
I don't know about all of that, but Casphere Dryland was a good man, and he kind of raises a toast to him.
Oh my god.
And that's where we're going to end it for the night.
Oh, you fuckers.
You solved my paper puzzle.
But we
good
killed
work.
the man who was going to help us.
No, I think. Well, we didn't. He gave us the information we needed, and then died because of it,
But
right?
not all the information we need. You clearly.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Oh my god.
I think we got like a submersible boat called the Morkoth, and Slark. What was it? Slark Rathel or something?
Yeah.
Slark
Slark
Rathal, yeah.
Is obviously the one that is on Morkoth by I guess the sounds of things. I think we just got things out of order. I think we were meant to find the piece of paper first.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, it's nice to solve the puzzle, but it's a bummer that it's
You guys did really good with the puzzle. I was very impressed.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good puzzle.
It's good to
You
see
were
that
like-
in the tavern as well.
yeah.
I thought the nose and the hell would throw it off
Yeah.
like a bit. And Shannon, you had you had the sphere, you had the wrong word that you counted.
I had
1,
cat
2,
heads.
Cat
Yeah.
heads in Dryland.
But yeah, I checked it again and it's cat sphere.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
Well, we're going to have to track down someone else who knows cat sphere or something, right?
okay.
His
Wow,
right
I
hand
need-
man or something.
Clearly, I need to make up a different cipher. So I'll get on that.
No, that's
All right.
awesome.
Thanks very much, viewers.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Okay,
Thanks
thank you.
everyone for watching.
If you haven't already followed us, give us a follow. Something that we were going to incorporate this week, but we didn't, so maybe next week, is we do have a subscriber-only chat room now. So if we're kind of going to let any subscriber maybe in that chat room give us maybe things that we need to do, or at least help us decide what we can do. So it basically gives you guys a bit more of a voice in what our characters do. We've got our Twitter account below the chat, or no, next to the chat, below the video. John's got himself a Twitter. I've got a Twitter. Dave's got an Instagram he's using. And don't forget to follow. We're part of the Prawn Stars TV team now as well. So feel free to click on that little link underneath the video and see who else is on right now. So thanks for watching, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
See you.